Hi, my name is Jennifer Matos. I'm the Executive Director of the Noah Webster House in West Hartford Historical Society, and I'm bringing you the 25th edition of our Armchair tour of West Hartford history. I'm out here on New Park Avenue in the Design District of West Hartford, around Raymore and Flanagan and an apple tree market, and this is the former site of a company called Spencer Turbine. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this extremely successful West Hartford company and a little bit about the people who were involved with the company. So it all starts with a man named Ira Hobart Spencer. He was born in 1873 in Barkhamsted, Connecticut, and his family moved to Hartford when he was about 12 years old. Well, as a young man, Ira was working for a wholesale grocer, and he took a second job to supplement his income. That second job was working for St. James Church, where he worked as a caretaker. And one of his duties was to actually blow the organ during the Sunday services. Now you can imagine, week after week of performing this task kind of got on his nerves a little bit, and he thought there must be a better way to perform this task. He already had a mechanical mind, and he ended up creating a hydraulic motor or turbine to actually blow the organ, and it used the water supply that already was in existence at the church. This little invention of his took off, and it soon followed that other churches started asking for this motor as well. And so in 1892, Ira Spencer actually takes out a patent for this product, and he creates his own company. And it's pretty successful. He works directly with producers of organ companies, so that they can install this new piece of equipment right into their manufacturing. Now in 1904, you can imagine at this time now electricity has become a little bit more available, and Ira actually creates an electric motor, so an electric blowing motor for the organ. So first he had created the hydraulic motor, then he created the electric motor, and this really took off. It was installed in organs throughout the world, and up until this day, it is one of the most used products. If you go to a church and find an organ there, most of the organs in the U.S. and throughout the world really use this product. And interestingly, he called it Orgoblo. So he actually patented this product, and it was called Spencer's Orgoblo. Well, a year later, Ira Spencer actually comes up with another company, and this is for basically a turbine cleaner, basically what we would consider to be a central vacuum. So this was machinery that was installed in a building when it was being built. And the basic premise was that dirt and dust from each floor of the building would be sucked up by this machine and taken down to the basement to a repository. And this became also an extremely popular product, and they had clients like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building using this product, so it was pretty phenomenal. So originally the factory was located on Capitol Avenue in Hartford. By 1919, Ira Spencer actually moved the factory here to New Park Avenue. It was located at 484 New Park Avenue. And you have to remember also that the railroad is located directly behind this factory. So a lot of factories pop up in this Elmwood section of town based on the location of the railroad, because it was very easy to ship their products throughout the country. On a personal level, Ira Spencer had married a woman named Catherine Monks in the year 1900. She was actually from England and had moved here as a youngster to the Hartford area. Together they had a daughter named Dorothy, born in 1905. And they actually lived in Hartford at different homes until they moved to West Hartford in 1917. They actually bought a house at 98 Mountain Road, which is still standing today. In the 1920 U.S. Census, they're listed as living at this house at 98 Mountain Road with Ira, Catherine, Dorothy, Catherine's mother, Margaret, who was 78 years old, and also 3 servants for this household. So we believe that the Spencer family had servants actually pretty much throughout their adult lives. And certainly as the business did better and better, they were able to afford it. Eventually, in 1928, Ira Spencer passes away at the age of 53, so rather a young man. In his lifetime, he was really known as being an expert in his field, and in 1994, he was actually inducted to a vacuum Hall of Fame. He had taken out about 100 patents in his lifetime, and the business really did very well. And actually, I should say, it's still in operation today. Spencer Turbine, the Spencer Company, is now located in Windsor, Connecticut, and is still in operation today. So amazing that this company that Ira had kind of started back in 1892 is still going strong today. I mentioned the role of St. James Church in Ira's invention. Right, necessity is the mother of invention, and it was during his job there that he really came up with the idea for his first invention. Well, St. James Church also plays a role in their later lives. So they attend St. James Church, and at the time, the St. James Episcopal Church was located on South Main Street, just west of Goodman Green. Of course, that location has changed. Today it's on Farmington Avenue in West Hartford. And when Ira Spencer died in 1928, Catherine, his wife, is still attending church. And then in 1931, the church actually hires a new rector named Reverend George Guinness. So he starts work in April of 1931. He is a 39-year-old from Providence, Rhode Island, and he's actually 17 years younger than Catherine Spencer, who's now a new widow. But somehow they made a connection, and the two of them get married that year in 1931. They live in the house at 98 Mountain Road, and then they eventually, in 1941, purchase the mansion at 48 Orchard Road, which is called Seven Gables. So I'm happy to remind everybody that we will be having an exclusive house tour of Seven Gables on Sunday, September 27th. It's from 11 to 5 p.m. We're admitting it by timed entry only, and we're having very small groups per time slot, so we're using a lot of COVID-19 safety precautions. But it's a really exciting opportunity to see this really, gorgeous home on 6 acres of land with views of the Hartford skyline. And then it has some extra interest when you know about the story of Reverend Guinness and Catherine Spencer Guinness, and how they met at St. James, and how St. James also had a role in kind of creating the Spencer fortune with the creation of the Spencer Turbine Company. So I hope you learned a little bit new today, something new today, and I hope that you will join us on Sunday, September 27th to check out the house at 48 Orchard Road. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.